And hello, welcome everybody to Hairy Man Hoaxes and Hoodwinks. We are here again. It happened again. We're going to be having some fun today. I have a very loose show today. I didn't prepare some of my normal videos and stuff for you because today I wanted to do something a little bit different. As a lot of you know, I've kind of been sick this week, so that also had some stuff to do with that. I just couldn't um, put in the time, the research to pull a really, my normal type of show because I do. I want you to know that I do. I sit and I read a lot and I pull videos and I'm looking at stuff and it takes work. Everybody knows it takes a lot of work to pull off a show. So today is going to be about you, the chat, and what you guys really think. And I'm going to be paying attention to the chat. You guys are going to be welcome today to ask me questions about anything, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. And let me make sure I got everything working here. Okay. And I do have, we're going to have some fun today. I have some stuff planned, but let's bring on, I've got Brent here. Brent's going to help me out with
Hello.
today's show. And he's got some stuff he wants to talk about. And I've invited a couple of other people, but we'll see. Okay. It's an open show. It's a free for all. If you feel like you want to come and join the chat, just let me know and I'll send over a link and you can join us for the conversation. So let me take a look at the chat. Whew. Oh, why is my trying to, I have it like on different places and oh, there it goes. Everything caught up all at once. So we've got Sean. Sean was the first one here. Ring, ding, ding.
What's up, man?
He gets the prize. And Sandra, thank you, my dear, for coming. And Rod Dupree, welcome. Mary Wilson, love seeing you here. That Mary Wilson, she has a lot of good things to say. I always love her comments.
Mm-hmm.
And we're building a lot of people right now. So we'll see where we get at. So first off, hello, Uncle Bones. Welcome. So tonight, you have questions for me. I will try to answer them as best as I can. Put them in all caps if you can, so that I can find it easier, and we can get it going. And this is the first question: when is Todd standing? The Todd Standing interview. Well, that's a good question. I've thought about it. I've thought about contacting him and the type of show it would take to bring him on. And it would really have to be a show of support. And I don't know if I'm there. because he's very number one, he does have a huge following. You know, he has just as many people who follow him as don't follow him for his antics. And although I 100% believe that those close-up shots are not real, um there's a lot of people who do believe in that stuff. And I don't have the evidence. I have a lot of little red flags about all his material,
That's the thing. It's all
but
just red flags that you got
yeah,
to connect together. And if you don't know those red flags, then you're going to believe his stuff. But if you take it from the approach of, if you approach him from, hey, we know that you get accused of hoaxing. Would you like to come on our show and, further discuss of, countering their claims, or say, no, this is where the footage is, or, help clear up things.
right.
So people don't think you're a hoaxer as nearly as much. That would be the only real way to approach him, I think. But I've met Todd personally, and that dude is impossible to talk to. Like, I just don't. It's man. He's a tough guy to talk to. It's his way or
Like
the highway.
like tell me. I'm really interested in that dynamic, you know?
Well, I met Todd back in November 2015, when I went to his rough draft of his documentary that is now on Netflix. And so I went there with my girlfriend at that time. And, you go watch the documentary, and I was able to talk to him afterwards, because he just stayed there and talked to people. And I tried to like talk to him about certain things, like, hey, are you doing this or that? And it's all about Todd, what Todd knows and what Todd
Uh-huh.
thinks is what's right. And I think that best sums up Todd. And just an observation watching him, he was more inclined to talk to people that were looking at doing like financial assistance going forward, versus talking to somebody that, just had general questions, like someone like me, like saying, hey, this, that, but he was a hard person to talk to. Like, I just, it would be a very hard interview to get, because he never does interviews where he can't control the situation. He needs to control the conversation 100%, to the point where he can take it off YouTube. In
Mhm.
my opinion, I think that would probably be the only approach to go with Todd is, hey, people have accused you of hoaxing. Would you like to come on? Because your show isn't about accusing people too. It's about, bringing up the discussion. If somebody's caught hoaxing and they want to have their voice heard, say, no, I'm not a hoaxer, then, it's a good platform for them too, to have that
It
type of
would be.
discussion.
It would be. I think it would be an ongoing kind of conversation that I could start, and then he has to get to know me a little bit so that he knows I wouldn't attack him like I didn't attack Rick Dyer as well. And
Hmm.
that,
That was a
but
good blueprint
that,
for him to use, to
yeah,
learn off of.
but he would also have to know that there would be some hard questions that would be
Oh
asked.
yeah, well,
You
it's
know, where's the
addressing the
footage
accusation of
before and
his
after?
hoaxing. Yeah.
Flat out, my biggest question. Where's the footage before those blinkies and after? He didn't
Yeah.
just sit there for 24 days or whatever waiting for that shot to come about, you know?
Yeah, and that's the questions that he would have to answer coming on, is like, where is this footage? Can you supply it to us? Because I have no doubt he still has it. I don't know if you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
on one of his recent videos though, his sister came on the actual live stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just saw she was on there, and it's on my watch list, because I have like a
Oh,
huge watch list of stuff I go through, and it's
yeah.
kind of there in the middle. But anybody can go check out. It's his sister. I think it's his sister that has that, because I guess she's like had a Bigfoot experience or something. I watched like a little few minutes of it, and
Yeah.
so I think it might be the sister that is suspected to have created the Muppet costumes, because she had experience in the special effects department.
Right. Well, it it's definitely on my list as something to really check into because I had a couple of really big interviews so far. I mean, I've only been online. I mean, I've only been doing this show for a couple of months, and I've already had Kathy Strain, Will
Mm-hmm.
Jevening, Rick Dyer, and I know a lot of you are expecting some really big things to happen.
Well, those
Um,
are pretty big things that I don't think anybody's really doing. I don't ever
right.
recall anybody like interviewing Rick in the last, I don't know how many years.
No,
And you
he
got
hasn't
so
at
much
all.
good information from that interview. Like even in the after show, the information that we all
Right.
got is like it's priceless. And that's the point of, I think probably why you did it and
Hmm.
everything is to learn more about what a hoax is, even from the hoaxers themselves, the self-admitted
Yeah,
one, because you
people
can
have
learn information from
con-
that.
contacted me still, hey, what did happen in the after show? What curtailed? And I'll
It's going to be
honest with them
legendary.
and tell them, what happened and what transpired. It's really, I think he's waiting for all that information to come out. I think he's kind of tired of it really being there, but he can't help himself. It's in his nature uh
Hmm.
to just make up shit and have people believe in him. And there
He's a
were
true
moments of,
narcissist.
yeah, there were some moments of weakness that came through, unless he was playing us even on the after show when nobody was watching, which I highly doubt, but you never know. And
The
my
real
guard
Rick
is
is in
up.
there somewhere through the whole facade. The real true Rick is in there. And I think we saw it in glimpses, probably more
Yeah,
so in the after show, but he was in there.
yeah,
And I'm sure there's
definitely.
some regret, some remorse, and all that stuff, because I think that took him down a road of pure negativity because he fed off that hatred towards him, which helped define who he is in life.
Yeah,
And,
it has,
or maybe it just
and he's
highlighted
that
who he
way
was in
with
life.
his whole life, people. Okay, not just Bigfoot. His whole everything he does, he is that way. You know,
Hmm.
from his affairs to his car endeavors to moving. He's constantly moving, okay?
And
And
he's
starting
very
over.
voyeuristic about it. And he posts it
Yeah.
all, which is really interesting, especially when he had that whole affair thing, which
Yeah.
I was hooked. Honestly, that I was hooked. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on in the next episode? Pretty much is what you kind of considered as. You didn't really. It was true reality TV at its heart, right there.
Right. It
Uh,
is. And he loves every minute of it.
oh, he does.
He
He got the
loves. He
attention
loves
from
it.
it. Yeah.
So that happened. I mean, I sometimes I'm thinking, did I really, get retired on the show? Did it really end up the way it ended up?
It
And
might be interesting to have him on like a panel show just to discuss other evidence or something. I don't know how that dynamic would work.
yeah, that might be
Yeah,
taking it a little too far.
yeah. Thinking about
People
it more, it's
still
like, yeah,
hate
I think
him.
you're right.
They hate him. They don't
Hmm.
like what he did to the community. People still feel that he betrayed them so bad that he damaged the community by doing these hoaxes. Um,
Are they upset that they realized they got exposed for, like, the people who are mad at them? They, realize that how easily, their belief system is
mhm,
easily compromisable, and maybe
yeah.
that's why they got mad at him. And
Yeah.
yeah, but it was a great thing to
It's a
have him on,
hard
though.
pill to swallow knowing that you can be gullible,
Yeah, and that
you
someone
know?
will lie to you, like you think is a friend, that will lie to you straight to your face about their Bigfoot experience, and he's just an example of just that. And that interview kind of helped highlighted it and brought so much more information forward. And especially with when Steve Coles came on, I think that was a really, really good thing. Especially, I think they both admit that they feel better after talking face to face with each other about things and their relationship than they did beforehand. So in fact, it does a lot of good. The ripples from it are really interesting on how it can affect relationships and other people's lives.
Right, right. So, let's see.
So yeah, Todd Stanton would be a little tough to get on, just because he's such a control freak, that he needs complete control of the conversation to the point where he won't
Mhm.
go on it unless he gets
Right,
that, like the final cut, as they would say.
right. And he would wanna use it as a stepping stone, as a to get more people on his side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he would tell his story. it would be more of come follow me, because he's
Mhm.
still on that
Doing his
level.
Jedi mind trick type of stuff, like
Yeah. So that also
yeah.
is something I don't really want, because I don't want to go all ballistic and say, listen, dude, I don't believe anything you're doing. I don't believe in the Muppets. And I think maybe you're exaggerating on some of the accounts that you say you have.
I think it's very possible he might have had Bigfoot experiences at one time, but
Right.
he's just not such a trustworthy person that you can't really trust what he says, because you just don't know, because he's been so dishonest in the past that anything he brings forth, you really have to call it into question double fold, uh, and not accept it at face value. And
Right.
the lack of information you mentioned, as you mentioned, around certain events, like when he was filming those Muppet faces, is really highly suspect. And why it's so important to have that if you're going to present evidence going forward, that raw information is almost as valuable as the information itself of the Bigfoot, because it helps verify what's being shown is legitimate. It showed how you got to that process or got to that shot.
Right. Right. Joe says, I doubt Todd would go on any show if he didn't think it would be totally advantageous to himself. And that's true. That's why if I did try to attempt to get him on, I would have to play it as a benefit for him to come on. So, I mean, it takes a lot of thought. It would be probably 10 times harder to get standing on than it did for me to get Rick Dyer on, for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, Rick, I think, likes to talk about himself and
Yeah.
anything he's done in
Yeah.
the past. Todd is a completely different beast that is, uh, you know, that yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. So don't hold it against Nikki if that doesn't materialize or it doesn't materialize soon, because that's a very difficult one. Just from my own observation of meeting Todd, that it would be a very difficult one. But hopefully in the future we can get other people to come on to talk about
Things they've
you
done.
know yeah, things they've done,
Right.
and maybe misunderstandings or something like that, going forward.
And I would have to have the force behind me, you know? I would need everything to do that. So
Yeah,
we'll see if in the new year something may transpire. I'm not putting it off the books at all. It's
yeah,
there.
but
But I've
yeah.
got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of material. There's a lot of stuff going on. And
Hmm.
I am being very selective about the stuff I do show. Okay. No matter how I attempted to do this show, there were politics involved. No matter how I
Always.
tried to not have that affect me, it does, because there are a lot of things I know have been proven to be hoaxes, but they're still in the community and they're still doing stuff. And I'm not here necessarily to, shit on people and make their lives miserable. And that's not the purpose. It more of a learning experience, and to make sure people realize that this stuff is going on and don't just believe the first thing you're seeing,
Yeah, and
you know?
we have every right to know what is true versus what's not. We have every single right. And if we discuss it in a way that is beneficial and, not so derogatory or anything, it's not our fault somebody else or, all these different people were doing hoaxes,
Right.
but if we approach it in a way that is constructive and educational, that's, I think, the best way to discuss these type of things so people don't get, butthurt because we're talking about somebody that they are emotionally invested in.
Matt says I'd like to talk to him, his techniques, tracking, and ranger like stuff, because
He
he is a
won't.
guy who's always out there. He is boots on the ground. And
Yeah, and
he's
I'm sure he knows a
definitely
lot.
got an area that's highly suspect and has been known to have encounters.
Yeah, yeah. It's just with Todd, it's just it's just not. it would be nice, but he just doesn't. That's not how he rolls. It's the Todd show and nothing else,
Right.
and it's nobody else involved, unless he can benefit from them by, like, honestly, I think Todd Standing paid Jeff Meldrum and John Bindernagel to go up to his area so he can film them, associating with them, so he can say,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
look, guys, I got a PhD and I got
definitely.
a wildlife biologist, and these are two highly respected people in the community. He's just doing that to help sell himself, not really to benefit the subject. It's like, honestly, if you want to go down the Todd road, I honestly think that his whole lawsuit was guerrilla marketing. It was just a way to get headlines, worldwide headlines, to help sell his documentary, because that was coming out at the same exact time when it was coming on to Netflix. And with Netflix, as he talked in his live shows, is willing. His goal was to try and get Netflix to fund a second documentary, and that was the whole thing. And with Netflix, it's all about views. And it's like, well, hey, I'm Todd. I don't have a lot of money. How can I create international headlines? Well, hey, I will, with the least amount of money. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to sue the Canadian government. And it's like, that there is automatically going to trigger the sue him for Bigfoot, but that's automatically going to trigger headline attentions of like, whoa, look at this dude. He's like making all these claims and everything. But then if you look into it and hear him talk, it's like it all links back to his documentary of, hey, come check this out. It's on Netflix, blah, blah, blah. And he got caught using this. It's a guerrilla marketing tactic. It's guerrilla marketing is where you use little to no money to get the same type of exposure that you would get if you did pay a lot of money. Like the exposure he got, I would probably say is hundreds of thousands of dollars, because it became worldwide headlines. And he, in fact, was able to talk Claudia into doing it here in the United States, which I
Yes, I
think,
remember
some of
that.
it she had to pay out of pocket, which is, not cool. So he did that again to help, get it all, kind of help the whole thing going. And then if you notice afterwards, it's like nothing about it. He doesn't care. He never cared about it. He was just using it as a way to help market his documentary. I want to be honest about it.
Right. So we shall
Sorry if
see.
that, like, hopefully, you might want to cut that part out if you want to invite him on.
Well,
I did not mean
I
to
don't
go on
want
that
there
rant.
to be, there's a ton of shows with me on there giving my opinion on him. So I can't go and eliminate all that different stuff out there. And I just want to be fair, but I want him to answer the hard questions. And it would end up being defending your um
And
whatever he feels as, I don't know, his experiences, his
and any credible person would probably have no problem doing that. Like if you go ask Joe or Jay or all these other people who've had experiences, Jeff and all these people, like, hey, come on here and defend your experience. They're more than happy to go on, but I don't know. Todd is
it would be interesting. Let's just say it's just on the back burner. It's not gone.
Yeah.
So, but that's good. I mean, for you guys out in the chat, who else? Who else would be somebody for me to possibly have on the show? Who do you think would be worthy? I'm not worthy of coming on the show.
it's about people who want to, who've been wrongly accused or whatever, come on and talk about stuff that, it's kind of a good place to do it. You don't have to worry about like derogatory or anything like that, because you're always going to be fair with them and everything. So
yeah, definitely.
But then there's things where the people either aren't living or whatever. There's no way to contact them, and those are equal worthy of a discussion as well. So we can better understand and go into the process of properly vetting out, what has been declared as Bigfoot evidence. Because as we learned, we shouldn't just accept what people are saying about what's being presented. We should, verify, and that's okay because that's part of the process. And if anybody tries to stop you from doing that, those people are defenders of the status quo.
The guy, oh, I'm like, you can see that, right? The guy Steve called out this week. And
Steve Coles, yeah,
yeah,
the science teacher, yeah,
what's his
makes you
name?
wonder. I don't know his name. I came across that video like early this year, late last year or so, whenever it came out. And actually, I had a local investigator, get mad at me because I'm like, dude, those are Sierra sounds. You should know better. Ron, Ron Moorhead and stuff. It's like, those are obviously Sierra sounds. Anybody that listens to enough Sasquatch Chronicles episodes would know that that's the Sierra sounds, exactly like it, like per pitch. And it's Steve did a really good job with that one on showing, including the body language, because I didn't pick up what Steve picked up on his smile, like his shit-eating grin of like, oh, look what I'm doing to the Bigfoot community, or whomever he was doing that to. It was really interesting. But Steve did a great job on picking that up. Steve Coles did a great job on picking that up. And if you go to Squatch Detective, you can go. It's one of his latest videos that he did, and I encourage people to watch it because, it shows you how picking up body language, really paying attention to the fine details, will help further vet out what's being presented. Scott Carpenter is another interesting one too. Honestly, I used to like Scott Carpenter. I used to follow him quite a bit.
I did too. I'm like,
oh, he's cool. And then it's just like, wow, what happened? And then, of course, you also start to learn more about the subject and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like,
you kind of evolve, okay, when you're going through the whole community, you grow and you realize what you want to believe in and what you don't want to believe in, and you realize what side of the link. My dog just opened my door, flat opened the door. Scared me. Oh,
hey, when the dog wants in, he wants in.
well, he let the cat in.
Maybe the cat,
they're working together. I swear they're working together.
Yeah, the cat got the dog to do it.
Now the door's wide open, so who knows what you guys will get to hear tonight.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's see. Where was I? There was something else. Oh, there's where he put the name of that guy. And
yeah, we're talking about him on Joe's shows a little bit. And that's an interesting one because it's a school teacher. He has nothing else on his channel about Bigfoot other than, this video and I think one or two other videos Joe was saying. But yeah, it was interesting that he used this video for some reason. I always wonder why somebody out of the blue would just create a Bigfoot hoax. Maybe they don't see it as a hoax. Maybe they just see it as a prank, which is a completely different mentality, I think, because there's less, I don't know. I think with a prank, it's a little different.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, the whole Dogman Carpenter blurry picture thing, that would put him in the same line as Mark Zasky.
Yeah, well, he's altering the stuff.
I think he's in a great. I think Mark Zasky's in a great area, but I just don't have a problem with the pictures.
Oh, with Mark Zasky, it's interesting. I was talking to Mark Zasky the other day, and yeah, and so I was asking him, I'm like, so what kind of camera do you use and stuff like that? So he uses an iPad, right?
Oh, I've seen her lift up that.
Yeah. So that's actually how they get their pictures, their video pictures and stuff, and which is really interesting because, and I recommended to him and did not hear back from him about using a DSLR camera, something that has a bigger sensor, because an iPad has a much smaller sensor versus like a DSLR that has a much bigger sensor. So the thing is, with the smaller sensor, it uses artificial intelligence software to help create what's being presented, especially if you zoom into it, which could actually create false pixelations false pixelations in the videos that he makes, thus the pictures that he, screenshots from it. But again, I haven't heard back from him, so I doubt I will after that one. And that was nice. I just said, hey man, this would be a great way to help vet out the video and pictures that you're presenting, because obviously he's going to a lot of work to try and convince people that his stuff is real. And there's no better way to verify that it's real by doing different experiments to help, around a certain event, to help
Mhm.
present all various information that will help sell what he's trying to present.
Mhm.
Hmm. I've actually never
Marco
seen,
Bell.
yeah, I've never seen Colorado Bigfoot ever do an interview. Like I've never seen him. He won't do live
Never.
shows. But it's funny. It's like, honestly, I I don't know, with Mark. It's like I listen to, like, with that work and stuff. I'm able to listen to it in an
Right.
earbud,
Audio.
and I'll
Uh-huh.
actually listen to his videos because it's so interesting how he creates narratives for people. He can go out to like a city park, in the middle of New York, and create a Bigfoot narrative out there, and it's really interesting, the whole psychology and mentality of how he approaches that. It's really kind of insightful in a way, and like the ridiculous stuff he says, it's like he laughs after some of it. Is I'm guessing because
Right.
he wonders if anybody's even believing that type of stuff. But
Well,
yeah,
he's in a very good area as well, and there's stuff there too. And some of the okay, I'm not a person for tree structures, but there are some interesting big stuff out where he's at.
yeah, he also
And
has a lot of snow, which creates, 10, 30, 40 feet high snow loads
right.
that will create, that will keep trees up in other trees. So there could be natural explanations that
Yeah,
we just didn't see
exactly.
at the time. But the interesting with Mark is, this is the dude I saw him do. I didn't watch the whole live stream, but he did a 15-hour live stream of him
Oh
just like
yeah.
going over his old videos and stuff, because that's kind of what he does when he can't go out to the woods. He'll like just
Mhm.
do live streams of him just going over his own narrated videos. Couldn't
Uh-huh.
be any more narcissistic than that. But it's interesting because he gets donations during it. Because that's, I think,
Yeah.
with Mark, that's his whole thing, is the donations that he gets from that. Is, if you watch the chat, you'll get 20, 30. He is so successful that he had somebody, I think Neil, buy him a 22-foot brand new travel trailer to do his Bigfoot expedition in. And it's like,
Wow.
that is the power of persuasion. And he goes out there and films and presents, whatever narrative he wants. He's like,
Mhm.
it's like, I can go out and do this, that, and he really kind of helps sell it, because if you listen to him, he has that personality. And I think a lot of people tune into him not because of the stuff he finds, but because of him himself. They get an attachment to Mark himself, and whatever journey he's on that they're willing to accept. And I think
Right.
that makes up a lot
Man.
of his subscriber base. And these are all my opinions, not reflective of the show.
Yeah, but you also have to remember in a lot of these cases, it's not just the Bigfoot hoaxing part, it's also a mental issue part. And
Like,
that I'm not sure. I am not able to deal with, the mental status of somebody coming on my show and saying stuff like that. Now maybe Leon could do that, and Leon can and Steve can read body language and tell all this crap, but I can't and I won't. So that those are things that would definitely get scratched off. If I don't think I would be able to talk to a person and know that they're not in some way
delusional.
mentally deficient, or that can't be
Yeah,
on
I
on
think Mark
level.
is so delusional that he can't
Yeah,
have that conversation again, unless he can fully control it. Which, that's why he doesn't do any interviews, is because he can't control those type of conversations, because he
right.
knows he's going to. I've he's actually threatened to shoot and kill people in his chat. He's like, oh, I got to even
See,
bring him
yeah,
out
I'm
on
not going
live
to deal with
streams.
that. That's
This is another level of crazy that it's like, just don't get involved with. And if
yeah,
you are following his evidence, be highly cautious of what you accept as actual evidence, and not just someone's delusional narrative that they're creating for whatever various reasons I'm sure they have.
right. Yeah, exactly. So that would be Lester says Thinker Thunker. I will never ever talk to Thinker Thunker. I will never ever have him on my show. I've dealt with that man before, and I will never deal with him again. So I'm very strong about that. And anybody who does follow him, please go and do the math. Go
Well, this is
back
just
and do
exploiting
the
the
math.
subject.
That's all I'm gonna
He's,
say. You know,
yeah, he's
do
just exploiting the
the math.
subject. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing it for he's driving people towards his merchandise and to PayPal and all that. That's why he lists so much stuff as Bigfoot evidence, as, oh, this is a Bigfoot. Let me convince you X, Y, and Z. It's because the more pro Bigfoot stuff that he has on there, the better reception that he gets from people, which translates into more support for him because he's giving them what they want. And that's exactly what's going on with Thinker Thunker. It's a complete exploitation of the subject for personal gain. And there's just nothing here. What's up, man?
Hey, Matt. I see that Central Florida Bigfoot is making interesting comments.
I
Yeah,
brought that on right at the right time too.
yeah. I know he didn't know I was about to be in the show, but we talking about?
Did I miss something in chat? You guys talk amongst each other.
Are we talking about?
No, he was just saying that Georgia has no Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. We're talking about Colorado Bigfoot. I think
Yeah.
you guys. Okay.
Yeah, we were. That was
Yeah. So yeah, that guy couldn't be any more full of crap. Honestly, and he has a gullible audience. Unfortunately, they're a large gullible audience that just wants everything. Just show me some footage and smother it in Bigfoot sauce.
Yes, that's what they want. Just like
gobble gobble, gobble gobble.
Yep.
It's all irrelevant. These guys are going to have no place to go if actual good evidence. If the bar goes up, like we've talked about, when real good evidence is finally made public or starts coming out, these guys can't replicate that in a hoax way. They can.
Oh yeah, Zesky's totally not credible at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that just my conversation with him.
What? Oh, Mark, so tough. Matt.
Hey, Matt, check into the whole
Yeah.
pixelization artificial software when with iPads and stuff. I'm trying to find out what iPad he actually has, what iOS software that he's running off of it, like what updated, because all that plays a factor into what his camera is doing and what his camera is.
Oh yeah, dude, there's the other tactics too, man.
But if he gets a DSLR camera and loop, but he's like, oh, the battery's died, and the iPad is the only thing that is able to keep the charge. It's like, there's so many ways around that. It just seems like a deflection because you're full of shit.
It's the whole. I was reviewing my footage and look what I found. I know how he's doing it.
There's different ways, and it can happen naturally. You zoom in at enough little spots on a video, you're going to find what you want and what you want to present. Absolutely. Then you create a whole narrative around it. And
that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to plant something out there, which nobody seems to ever think of. It's like,
oh no, that's always a possibility. That's it's definitely something I could see Mark doing.
That one picture with the guy in the hoodie and the mask, you don't need.
He's putting stuff out in the woods.
Crazy.
And then, so there's also the video. I think it was a pretty popular video. Clearly a bushcraft structure. Clearly a part of the bushcraft shelter building community. A lot of people don't realize there is a underground community that builds like really cool teepee structures out in the woods.
Well, it's not an underground community. There's hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels of people showing you how to build them.
Sure, that too. But there is, when I say underground community, it's sort of like they will go to remote areas off trails and build these structures, and then people find out about them, however it is, word of mouth, or maybe in a group somewhere, right? And so other hikers will go take shelter there to camp there or whatever, maybe along the trail they're walking, or they'll just make a specific destination. And they'll do carvings in them. That a lot of times you find a little notebook in there or something that you can open and leave your little, hey, I was here, blah, blah, blah. Whoever's here next, hope you have a good time. And this was clearly one of those structures. And he's like, dude, the whole thing was smothered in Bigfoot sauce. He's got the camera. He's being real careful not to show where there would be any sign of people. And dude, it's just an outright, like, obvious lie. The guy knows better. We all know he knows better. And so that right there, zero credibility. Just that one video alone, you're not credible at all.
For sure.
So stop it. But they're not going to stop it. You know, he makes money. He makes money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free Porky.
Yeah, it did. It came. Oh, you do. Oh, yeah, Nikki, you've got the Porky.
Well, that's just because Bayou Flat says we're not mentioning that Porcupine is back. Because he did another video, I guess. I didn't even see it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I missed that.
It's 33 seconds long, and it just a short clip that's clearly showing a primate arm, and the whole like sort of ending of it is, you know, if you think that's compared to a porcupine's short stubby legs, which actually isn't true. If you look at a porcupine skeleton or whatever, a diagram of their skeletons, they actually don't have short stubby legs. They can get a little bit of extension out of it.
I actually created a meme with a porcupine walking, and it's like, well, those are pretty long legs for it to be walking on two legs upright.
Oh, really?
Mark's done a number of those shows.
There's footage of a porcupine like I guess standing up and walking.
It's a picture. Yeah, it's a picture. Okay. Yeah. I'll send it to you again. And I made a little meme out of it because JC was talking about I create funny memes and stuff. I'm like, that's a good idea. You know.
I wonder what.
So it's a good one.
Yeah, I wonder what sparked him to throw that out there. Like,
well, he doubts himself, and he knows other people doubt him, and even his own followers. So he has no confidence about what he's doing, and he's trying to build up his own confidence of that whole thing. Reassure people that I'm right, because I'm a narcissist.
Yeah. I don't. I still say it's delusional. But
well, he truly believes it because I watched the interview that he did with Pork and Beans, and they brought it up, and he really truly believes that that's a porcupine. And if you actually know or learn more about Christopher Noel, this is a 15-year journey on him that he has said that he has dedicated his life to, which that there alone is a very big statement because everything else is secondary. The Bigfooting relationship that he is creating is the most important thing for him in his mind, and which is sad. It's very sad, especially for the people in his life. I
agree. And it's got to kind of suck, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And but I think that he really truly believes that that's a Bigfoot, that they alerted him, that he's probably even being accepted into their clan, and no matter what you say to him, you are not going to back him down off that bridge of it being
that's magical. That's magical thinking. That's going beyond delusion.
It's cognitive dissonance, where it's a true example of cognitive dissonance. If you need an example of it, that truly is it right there. He just can't overcome the fact that it's a porcupine and not a Bigfoot. That blockage in his brain is stopping him from really truly coming to terms with it. And that's what it is. And people have that type of cognitive dissonance over and over.
That's a good one, Kevin. He'll come on.
Oh, yeah. I think he would.
He'll come on. But I never thought about asking him to come on. But
yeah, you get like little things like that of like people are like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good one. He's a character. I used to watch. I don't follow him much anymore, but I used to be very. I mean, all the time I used to be in his chat. What else do we got? I saw who I think was okay. Squatch Talk. Ooh. Pat Man. Oh, I guess he's called Pat Man now. I gotta catch up on the chat. Because tonight I'm reading all of you guys. I'm reading all of the chat. I'm not gonna bypass anything tonight. You have any questions for me? Please feel free to fire away. Tonight's your night to ask questions about me, what I believe in. Throw out any ideas for future shows to me. And I've also got something planned for the second half of the show, little fun thing for us. But
Well, while you're looking at chat, we could talk about Steve Isdale, the How to Hunt Dude, huh?
yes, and I wanted to get to what you were talking about with me earlier. So
Yeah,
we can start talking about that.
Yeah, it's really interesting with the How to Hunt guy. If you actually pull up, I saw somebody pulled up the analytics on his YouTube channel. And wow, there is quite an incentive to just put out video after video of pro Bigfoot content out, and actually make a lot of money off of it. I don't know if you downloaded that picture I sent you of the screenshot of his YouTube analytics, but he does pretty good. I mean, he does fairly decent. It's very profitable to create content for YouTube to monetize off of. And Steve Isdale is a perfect example. Somebody who's willing to promote known hoaxes that have already been debunked as fact, and then get mad at people for when they call them out. Dude, that's already been debunked. I don't know. His whole thing is like so childish, like how he creates division in the Bigfoot community in order to gain supporters and stuff is so childish, like something like you'd see in like middle school or something. But people buy into it. It's like, he's the one fighting for us. It's funny how Steve Isdale like tells people like, you know what, you can tell your story here and you won't have to worry about being censored and you'll have a voice. And it's like, dude, show me where there isn't an opportunity for somebody to have a voice. It's like YouTube is filled with people willing to tell other people's stories, true or not. But no, he's doing it in order to create a sort of cult in a way to look at him as the one to have the strength to stand up to the Bigfoot community while promoting complete bull crap. It's like, man, that guy is like one of the biggest nuisance besides David Paulides, I think, in the community now.
What does that mean? I'm going by map at Pine Island Research showed in his latest video. Did I miss something that was before that, Matt?
I don't know. I was in that conversation, or I was there, I should say.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeff has a lot of good stuff coming up. He, from the sound of it, he sounds like he's got a really remote area with a lot of potential of, Bigfoot activity and stuff. Because North Michigan there, that's a pretty raw area. It's like
I have to
really
say,
primitive.
I love his new idea about pulling on a bunch of researchers and shows to give a little 10-minute blob on what they're doing, what's coming up, type of deal. I loved it.
Yeah, what he
That
did
was
last
great.
night, Matt. You talking about
That was great.
Yeah. I loved it, and I wanted to come on, but he called me 10 minutes before.
He's in chat right now.
I know. I'm talking to you, Matt, and I was still chilling with my husband, and I had no makeup on, and I'm like, not happening. Not happening. I could put a hat on my head for my hair, but so
and it was interesting to see who came on and who didn't. That was interesting to me.
I didn't have the opportunity. That's why I didn't go on. Or
next time
that's not where I was going with that statement.
I definitely wanted to do that. I definitely need to promote my show more. I don't think it's getting enough viewership or getting out there. Somebody's trying.
I think people are still learning what it is all about. I think there might be a misunderstanding where it's just a complete negative show about just crapping on people. And as more people watch it, they see that that's not what it is. And It's really good discussions about, people hoaxing, even having hoaxers on there. And, it's just one of those things where it's, people just need to watch it more, or to watch it to better understand what it's about.
Yeah. It's all right, Nikki. It'll catch on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing okay. I mean, I've only been on for the 2.5 months, and I'm over 300 subscribers now.
That's pretty good.
And and I'm only on once a week, and I
Yeah.
haven't gotten to the point where I have a community tab yet. So I think I can do a lot more once that comes about and
Yeah.
stuff. Which I am looking forward to that,
Just keep
Something
doing
that
it.
might be a really cool thing for you too is a mid thing for you, where you reflect on the previous show that you did and what you're going to be doing the next show, because that there will help feed the YouTube algorithm on getting you more in line with the YouTube algorithm,
Right.
that they're going to recommend you more, because they want you to post on a regular basis. And once a week is good, but
Right.
they prefer, on like
I
multiple
think there
days
needs to
per.
be something mid. And I really love Pat's idea of what do you do, coffee with Pat or whatever. I kind of
Yeah.
like that idea of doing something early in the morning when I've taken the kids at school and it's quiet in the house, and I can just sit here and kind of reflect on the day. Not a long thing, just a quick
Mhm. 5-10
half hour or
minutes.
something or
Yeah,
another
even that,
that
yeah.
may bring in more people.
I
Because that's
almost
what
think
it's all
that
about.
personally.
If you want to grow your channel, you got to play the YouTube algorithm, but you're going
Right.
to do it in a way that's not nefarious or anything like that. But you do have to play the YouTube algorithm by going within the parameters that they are requesting that we go into, and that's how people, like Jay, his channel is growing quite a bit, and because he's posting constantly, a couple times a week and stuff, but he also had that one his encounter video that helped him too, because that's like 20 something thousand views now.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah, but that
Crazy.
there is kind of how to naturally grow a channel to, to help unlock the $1,000 or 1,000 subscriber.
People love
benchmark.
encounters, dude. People love encounters, especially when they're produced. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's more than just somebody telling their story like we're doing now. But when, like, Jay, you went out there, you filmed him, you asked him questions, you were in the woods, like that's more entertaining.
He was showing the place that it
Yeah.
happened.
That's
And
more
that,
entertaining.
we don't get that a whole lot. We
Yeah.
get
But
the
I
after
also,
effects.
one of my most popular videos, I wasn't even really associated with it. I just asked the guy if I can have permission to share the pictures that he took, and that was it. I put the theme song to Pan's Labyrinth, the lullaby song, and it's like 100,000 views, and that got me most of my subscribers. And it's something I had nothing to really do with other than just put a little short video together and ask permission.
Like, out of our little network that we've sort of like organically grown, you have more views than all of us almost combined, probably.
Yeah, but it's not something that I did personally. Like, I said something profound and awesome that made everybody tune into. I just showed pictures of a very cool tree that looks exactly like a Bigfoot.
It's just crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this for 4.5 years now, and I'm like, you told me the other day, I'm like, what? You have a video with 100,000 views? What? Like, what did you show? Like, nudity on it or something? Like, what? Yeah. What the hell, dude? Not you.
No, but it's yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's just funny. It's like funny to me. I'm like, I didn't know that. But lately, there's a lot of things that I'm not being kept in the loop about. But
yeah, sorry.
We don't have to go there. We don't have to go there.
Don't want to ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
Could it be we're all just jealous we don't have good evidence ourselves?
Hey, it's not that I don't know. I'm happy for people who get good evidence. I wish I can get good evidence. I'm down on myself or not, but We should be happy when people get good quality evidence.
It's hard to get. I mean, I'm not
really
even
is.
sure. I'm not sure how we're defining good evidence. So that's subjective, maybe. To me, there isn't much good evidence. It's trace evidence.
Hard to come by.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have better luck with that one, Pat, than me. So I don't think he's going to talk to me anymore. Do you know Les Stroud blocked me on his channel?
What?
On his YouTube channel?
Yeah. I'm like,
what?
Wow, that's amazing.
What did you say?
How did that happen?
Well, Pat, you might want to plug your ears. But it was in his Sasquatch Chronicles video. I was just like, nice. I'm like, hey, unfortunately he was hoaxing, and there's a 40-page report in the Coalition of Critical Thinking. Please go check it out.
Yeah.
And he banned, somebody probably on his team banned that comment. Like, nope, you're out of here, buddy.
And so
anything that would look negative on him.
Can you not comment anymore?
I can comment, but just nobody can see it.
Yeah,
like, wow, that's censorship. That's censorship. I'm very incredibly disappointed in Les Stroud for
he doesn't
something
even
that
know.
he could verify. Well, he might not know. I mean, it could easily be his son or whoever running his YouTube account. I mean, who knows? But man, that's quite the censorship of information that we still have to deal with. Because all those people would probably like to know that information or go verify it for themselves and stuff. But they're denied that access because of that.
Yeah. Well, he's
I don't
know. He's getting a little woo. Les is.
Yeah. Did Jeff Kelly get hoaxed? Did he hoax something?
What? I don't know. What are you talking about?
The Justin Smayhow thing?
No, I don't know. I don't know who this Jeff Kelly is.
He runs Squatchers Lounge. Yeah, he's a podcaster that was more relevant, I think, probably like 5 years ago. I mean, he's still relevant, but it's interesting on the crowds who come in. It's like a 5-year cycle. Like if you go look at Bigfoot, hey, you probably remember this, the Team Taser.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's funny how the cycles come in.
Yeah. With Ro Sahibi and all that, and that's where Richter got like his sort of his start.
Richter. Yeah.
Is because he did Team Taser did their podcast, and then Richter did like an after Team Taser podcast, and that I think it became more popular than the actual like Team Taser podcast. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go and look that up, or I'll call Steve and have him tell me if he caught Jeff doing something nefarious, because I don't know of any.
The only real research I know Jeff has done is regarding the whole. I think he was out there with Justin Smayhaw and like the Sierra Mountains. And,
but that
a lot of people participated in that, dude.
Yeah, so that's the only reference I know of him actually doing on the ground research. Outside of that, I mean, he just does a podcast that
stuck.
A lot of people went out and tried to investigate or vet that whole situation. I mean, even Meldrum, Derek Randall's, God, there was a lot more than that.
Well, there was an expedition in the Sierra Mountains, and this is like from years ago. Yeah, from many years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like, I mean, Justin says, and I do know Justin. I don't talk to him very often anymore, unfortunately, because he is completely just ran away from the Bigfoot world. But I mean, he's, Justin is like, man, I've been out there 100 times. I've gone back there 100 times, maybe more. And so a lot of people also were like, sometimes, dude, Justin would go out there by himself. Or that's what he said. That's what he told me personally, not on air, but personally off air.
I think with Justin, he shot a cubs and the mother, bear cubs, and that's his admission of guilt right there, not Bigfoots or anything like that. Yeah. And it reflects in the DNA that they got.
I don't want to talk about
this.
You
don't have to. I can.
Oh.
Oh, is that
But-
the one with the dog carrying the beagle with the
Oh,
Jeff?
yeah.
Did Jeff say that was a
I have
Bigfoot?
to get back to the. You
Yeah,
know,
but
that more cleared up photo that's out now. That now it looks like just a dude.
you can tell it's a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a dude.
It's just a
So I
guy.
don't know if Jeff Kelly is like still tripling down or whatever that it's a Bigfoot. I mean, I don't know. I don't actually follow Jeff Kelly.
The whole thing about that, which was weird to me, is because and actually, ironically, it's sort of irony, is that through Thinker Thunker, he started his group on Facebook, and people started chiming in saying, "Oh, I know exactly where that's at." So we got an actual location of where that video was taken, and I just went to the maps and looked at it. It's the middle of farmland, Michigan, surrounded by the Great Lakes and major cities. There's no way and almost no forest. There's no way a Bigfoot could exist there. I mean, that right there debunked it. But again, it was crickets. It just.
Yeah, I mean, Thinker Thunker, he needs more positive pro Bigfoot stuff versus like showing that something's a hoax. Because the more he shows stuff that's not Bigfoot related, the less you can capitalize off of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I both know Brent, and Nikki probably knows this too. I mean, he's chasing the dragon, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's chasing the freaking dragon, bro. He's he's got that Yellowstone webcam, the Yellowstone webcam, Buffalo Bigfoot, and that got 2 million views, maybe more.
Which translates to roughly about $4,000, $4,000 to $5,000 in
Something
YouTube
like
income. Well, it's about $2,000 per every million views,
and
that a person gets.
Right, and wow, I got 1 million views, or 2 million views,
Oh yeah, the dopamine hit off of it. Of like, look at me, everybody. He's like that one dude in Gladiator. He's like, oh, are you not entertained?
Yeah,
that
man.
Type of thing.
Oh yeah.
With that, I would actually love to talk
the dragon.
Rocks.
Yeah,
I'd love to talk rocks with Jorge. Yeah, I'd love to talk. Yeah. But I think with Jorge, I think unfortunately he just doesn't know enough about the subject to be a proper skeptic in it.
Yeah.
Because he really lacks a lot of the knowledge that if he knew it, he probably wouldn't be having that perspective on the subject from it. But this is how you learn, is by having these type of discussions and debates to show what we do know and don't know.
And he's willing to play ball. He's a true skeptic, but he's willing to play ball. That always means something to me, man.
I think he wants to learn more about it, and it comes down to good education, and that's what it comes down to is really kind of showing him what's going on. Like, I think if he truly knew the backstory behind the Patterson-Gimlin film and really kind of looked at it and had time to digest it, he'll probably be like, yeah, I could see how that could easily be real, and just because of the whole story behind it and stuff. But I think he's a good guy. I think he was a good guy to have on there, and he had a lot of bravery to basically face the firing squad. And but I think it comes down to he just really needs to know. He really needs a better learning or better understand the subject to be the proper skeptic.
Yeah, but he lit up Matt. Man, Matt was getting boiled.
Matt was like
boiling. His eyes were like glowing.
I was watching. I'm like, whoa.
What, in the after show?
No, in the show. No, he was
during the show.
Yeah, Matt's very passionate about the subject, and
Wait.
And then Matt had his own show.
No.
The next day.
I did an after show.
Yeah, but not your show. It was his show the next day, I think, that he was talking about it. It was
and in the chat too, and on the show.
Yeah,
and on the show too.
He was lit there, but he on his show the next day, you was talking.
Well, it's not that he's just Matt's just really passionate about the subject, and he had different opinions that he wished that Jorge either knew or would consider. And you could see it in Matt's response and stuff. It was cool. Everybody was respectful, and that was the cool thing, is everybody was respectful towards each other, and it didn't degrade into some sort of derogatory confrontation, which is a really good example to show how we can have these conversations, disagree, and still, move on from it and not have any sort of emotional issues with it. So that was a great job with it.
Yeah, it's okay to be a little emotional in a debate or passionate, right? It's okay to say things with some kind of like conviction. Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
He
It wasn't a.
He didn't go over the bounds or anything. He was still respectful with it. You could tell.
Yeah.
You could see the passion that he has in the subject when he talked. Like how you talk about drones. How you have that passion. Similar passion. It's where it's like, hey, no, you need to listen. It's like you're shaking them. It's like, no, you need to listen. This is how X, Y, and Z and stuff. Where you just really want to communicate, and he didn't have that opportunity to communicate it in some ways, sometimes.
Sorry, I was reacting to the comment that got pulled up. I mean, the thing with me is that it's almost baby steps with the Bigfoot world, because I have a lot of experience watching debates and participating in them outside of the Bigfoot world, out in the real world. I could debate anybody. Just about anybody. There's not many people in this world, the entire population, that I would be scared to debate. So I have a lot of experience with that, and it can, especially with flat Earth debates, it could turn into a crap show real quick, because those guys can be pricks, man. They
have to be, because the facts don't support their conclusion,
and they've learned.
They have no other way. Yeah.
They have learned. They're smart guys. They're really clever, and they've learned lawyer sort of tactics, and they're quick on their feet, man. They're quick on their brain. And I have so much experience with watching that kind of stuff and participating in it that what happened the other night on my channel I can't even call it a debate.
It was a good foundation of it's a good foundation of kind of what you want to do and what you want to build towards, and it was a good example of it, and we were able to see more of your vision of it.
Guess who's here?
Who's here?
Guess who's here?
Everybody stop talking about him.
He's here.
Stop talking about him. Stop talking about him.
It's okay. We weren't saying anything bad about you.
We're actually praising you for your courage on going on, basically facing the firing squad. And I mentioned that I think it's a subject you don't know a lot about, so it kind of hinders your skeptical position.
This is interesting. Jorge's here on Nikki's show in chat.
Hey.
That's interesting to me because I keep talking about the network that's being created, a different network.
Right.
And here he is on Nikki's show. How did that happen?
Oh, it came from Squatch Talk.
So Jorge he's starting to jump around in different people's shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's learning who people are, who he should invest his time in, and who he shouldn't. And he's exploring the subject because he is curious about it. I just don't think he knows enough about it to be a proper, healthy skeptic. He's playing from behind because he just doesn't know a lot of the information that if he knew, would probably likely change his perspective on some of the stuff he says. And that's why Matt's passionate about it and when talking to him and stuff. But I definitely applaud him for going on the show and facing that, and I think it's something to grow off of and expand on. There's a lot of potential.
By the way, that was last minute. Yeah, because originally Patrick wanted to debate WTF Mike. Yeah, and Mike couldn't do it, and he got back. But Mike got back to me, so he got back to me last minute saying I can't do it. So I was scrambling last minute to put that together. I almost hit the abort button, and I said, you know what? I'll ask Jorge. So he jumped in literally 2 hours before show. He agreed to do it. So
Rod,
there you go.
Ask Reverend Kelly if he'll come on my show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Funny.
I got the impression from my limited knowledge of him that he didn't go out. He just kind of did more of a podcast because his videos, when I was watching them, which I admit was like a couple of years ago, were all pretty much podcast related, where he didn't go out of his house and stuff. So I could easily be mistaken about it, or it's not being documented. So thank you for bringing that
Right.
up.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of the guy.
He's been around for like a good 10 years. 10. He's got the Squatchers Lounge. There's a Facebook page dedicated to it, and a podcast that he's done, and he does different topics on different things. And again, I haven't followed it for a while, but
Gotcha.
we're checking out. So yeah, hopefully he can hook you up on getting him in there or in here that talks about some stuff.
Yeah, Rod, talk to him. Tell him to come watch my show a couple of times and see if he can come and just talk about hoaxes and talk about anything he's been involved in and anything like that. Give me a critique about my show.
Yeah, there's
anything.
a few people in chat that seem to have a personal connection with him. So you're getting a lot of feedback.
That's
on
great.
that.
That's great. Because that would be a good conversation for
I've
you guys
always
to have.
liked him. I've always liked
Right.
him.
So he's one of the good guys, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what whoever was talking about as far as Steve debunking him. I don't know what he was associated for something that he needed to be debunked on. I don't know.
I think it was some other reverend. I don't think it was Jeff Kelly. I think there was a mistake.
Actually,
so there may be a context, in issue in typing something else.
Yeah, because I'm like, gosh, the only thing I know he probably was associated with was, or around that got a lot of attention was the Smayhouse thing and the Sierras, but that was like so many years ago.
That was a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah, so it's like I just don't know. So that's a good reason to have him on, is to kind of just talk about his journey into the whole subject, the ins and outs and stuff, because that there is what I call entertainment. It's not, it's I find it entertaining because it's real. It's people's real stories, not.
Yeah. Well, Cole's just jumped into the chat, so he's watching. Cole's is watching right now.
Oh, hello, Mr. Steve.
What's up?
So you can ask him. Right now. Like, what is this?
What?
Just ask Steve right now. Like, what's that about with this guy?
There was. Hey, Steve. There wasn't anything with Reverend Jeff Kelly. No hoaxes with Reverend Jeff Kelly.
Somebody brought
yes
up
or no will do, just so we can move on.
Yeah, somebody brought up that you debunked him for something, and we don't really know what that person is talking about, and we are wondering if they are confused with somebody else, because we don't know of you debunking Jeff Kelly for anything really, and so we were just kind of asking.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
And we shall see. So I want to I'm finally caught up with the chat. It's crazy how long it takes you to go through all the chat when you do that.
Yeah,
I just now caught up.
I'll be honest with you. I scan through it real quick when I'm live, when I'm hosting, and I mean, I 70% of it I have to ignore.
Yeah, because you get very distracted. I get very distracted if have that chat rolling next to my thing. I have to not.
Yeah, you can't answer. You can't answer every question. You can't answer every comment. Yeah.
It's difficult, guys. So that's why be patient. If we don't get to your question, it's because you have to actually have the chat pulled up. But to have your brands and your other stuff up to pull up overlays, you have to be on a whole different screen.
Yeah, chat goes away. You can't see chat when you pull up your brand. Yeah.
So I think a lot of people don't know.
But that's why it's actually a thing. Oh, aha! That's how you do it, Brent. I've always
I have one now too for issues if I have any issues with stuff coming up. But anyway, I want to do something fun now, and I want to see if this will take us into the last half of our hour. So let's see if I can get this to work. I developed a Bigfoot crossword. And I want to see who can figure out the answers. Some of them are super easy because you guys are super smart. The people in the chat, you guys are like A-listers here. I'm going to make a really super hard one though. But this was my first time doing this. And it's something fun. It's just something that I'm going to test you on your knowledge to see if you can get some of these answers. So I'm going to move over. And
that's awesome. Good job with this.
Yeah,
this is
that's neat.
This is the fun part of the job.
Yeah. And this, let's see if it'll actually allow me to highlight and you guys see me doing this.
Yeah, I can't see one word.
Oh, I'm going to read them anyway. So, because it's small for you, it's big for me, but that's about as big as I can get.
That's what she said?
So this is a question for Mr. Pat. Okay? Because he should know this question.
Oh, God.
So one down is an aerial robot.
What you have highlighted?
Yeah, the one I have highlighted.
Drone.
Correct. Drone.
Guy, I actually got nervous about that, even though I knew it.
They're not like, there's really, really super easy ones. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. And I want to, I'm watching my iPad too going, so I can see answers down there. And I'm going to take the first one. It's a blur, Nikki. It's a blur. It's too small. You can't squint that way. Well, that's okay. I'm going to be asking the questions anyway. So you just need kind of the gist of how I'm working this. So now we're going to shoot over to 3 Across, which is the best podcaster, starting with N.
Best podcaster?
Let's see who writes it first. Who writes it first? Nobody. The best.
Well,
Donald said it first.
Yeah, they have to know your last name.
Oops. See, I didn't know that would happen. Okay.
Well done, Donald. 5 points to you, sir.
And some people do. Some people do.
We should keep track.
In the future, should do points and maybe have a reward at the end of the month or something.
I need to think all that through. How I could make it a point system for the first person who puts it down, and then I can send you a gift. I'm working on that. So we'll see how this works out, and if it's something you guys are interested in, then I'm going to do that. And actually make something winning. So 4 down is objective analysis. Starting with C. Oh, I'm not looking at the chat.
You say 4 down? That looks like
4 down.
That looks like 18 down.
It's highlighted. Just go by what I'm highlighting there, buddy.
It started with C.
The Rev's in the room. Oh my God, I have Reverend Jeff Kelly in the room. Welcome, sir.
Howdy.
Hey, you want to be on the show?
Yeah, man. We're talking about you. I'm good though.
Life is a flyway. Got it first.
That's good because I have no idea what it is.
Thinking.
Okay.
Boy, this is way more complicated too.
It is, man. I feel stupid. Already feeling stupid, and we're in the 3rd question, so I don't know how much I'm going to help.
Okay, so I don't do a lot of crossword puzzles, like ever. Really? You said 4 down. Like yes. I'm thinking
4. There's a number right here, and it says 4, and then you go down. And
that's I'm thinking like letters. 4 letters.
How many? Oh no.
And that's why I said you had like 18 highlighted. Like,
no, that's the number.
Okay.
Come on. I love
Agreed.
crosswords. I do crosswords all the
See,
time.
I'm a
So
dumbass.
now we're going to drop to 8 across, which is insulated container.
So it's 3 letters.
4 letters.
Four
It's a
letters.
4-letter word, and it's an insulated container. What was that?
Sorry. I just had to put my dog down. I apologize.
You
That
threw
was a
him.
bad joke.
Nobody?
Yeah, I'm
Remember, this is hairy
done.
man hoaxes, so this
I
is
don't
all Bigfoot related. Yeti, Pine Island Research, got it.
Oh, that. Nope, I don't have a Yeti. I think I have a generic version of Yeti because
You
Yetis are
guys probably
expensive.
have some sitting right in front of you.
from China.
Okay, we're gonna
China.
jump
Hold on.
down here
Hold on.
to this one going across. 17 across is flower.
Mm-hmm.
Can somebody get that?
Mm-hmm. I sure can. Can you guys in chat? Can you guys in chat?
Flower.
My friend.
Oh my goodness, it's taking a long time.
I'm Anastasia.
It's a 1, 2, 3, 16. Squatch blossom. Somebody said squatch blossom.
I love it.
That's good. That is so good. No, you gotta think, but keep going. And Brent is saying it perfect. So keep going. Keep thinking about that, Joe.
Love you, Mike.
Who is that, Mike? Who is that, Joe, that you've got there? He's not Jaja Binks.
Jaja Binks, guys.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's insulting.
Okay, you guys don't know it. I'm gonna move on. Don't tell them, Brent. They need more. They need more. Here, I'll go here. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen.
I think Lester answered it, but he had one too many T's.
Lester? Where?
Yep. But he misspelled the last name. I know, something I've done a lot of too, so don't feel bad, Lester. I've done it myself. Only recently did I realize it's one T.
Where? I don't even see.
It is the comment at 523 timestamp.
Not that one.
No, yeah, not that.
That's not it.
There
That's
we
wrong.
go.
You
Now
gotta
we have a. I think we have a correct.
Okay,
answer.
now we do. Here's the correct answer. Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah, I
material.
thought we were going with his real name. My bad.
I mean, we all knew what that was. We got the hint.
Hey, my
It's
impression
like,
was spot on, guys. That was spot on. Come on, guys. Come on.
It's
That was
like-
perfect, man.
It has something
So I
to
got
do
going
with
for me now.
Ontario. I don't know, like something.
Okay, we're gonna go back up here to 7 across. Central Florida Bigfoot.
No Bigfoot there?
It's
Oh, I'm
funny
sorry.
because he just texted me too.
What? Huh? I don't get it.
Oh, Central Florida Bigfoot. It is a 5-letter word relating to SFB, Central Florida Bigfoot. Nope, Matt is 4 word.
Matt,
It's
4.
5-letter word.
Mm.
Something pertaining to SFB.
Hoaxes?
You mean CFP?
CFB. What'd I say?
Hoaxes.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Life.
Whoa, good one.
Life as a
That is
flyway
so
spelled it
smart.
wrong, but
Yeah.
okay. But Jen got it first.
there you go. That's a good man. That hasn't stopped. Well done. Life is a
Yeah.
flyway.
Kayak.
My
Well
hat
done.
is off to you, Chet.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
drawing a blank. I'm like,
That's good
I'm
job.
glad you're doing this, Nikki, because it's proving that we have the smartest chats.
We do.
We
Okay,
have the
now-
smartest people in chat.
5 down is a swampy hominid.
Okay, so you keep saying 5 down. I can't. My problem is that I can't count the freaking boxes.
6, 7, 8.
something.
8 letters.
down
Oh,
south.
got it.
Skunk,
Lockbeard.
skunk ape.
Stinky.
Yep.
God dang it! Lock. I was. Ugh.
Stinky.
I should have just said it.
Oh, stinky.
Ugh.
Skunk ape.
I think we all smell like a skunk ape after a couple days in the forest.
This is way more
I
fun
do.
than I thought it would be.
Like
Right?
I repel Bigfoot.
The wrong answers are like great. Okay, 2 down. 2008, 2012 hoaxer. Quick. Who's the first one to do it?
Again, I have to count the stupid boxes. Get them right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8.
Nope. Wrong, Kurt. Lowrider got it.
Yeah, I think Kirk. No, Kirk didn't.
Nope. Rick
What?
Dyer.
True reality television star right there.
Next. 15 across. Malicious deception. 6-letter word. Malicious deception.
Hmm.
God, dude, I should know this. I probably say this word all the time. Jesus. Malicious deception is.
Nobody? Oh, okay. Lowrider got it.
Mind speaking to you guys. Come on.
Lockbeard got it first before Lester and Life. So hoaxer peoples.
Wait. Oh, hoaxer. That okay. See, now I would have said hoax. Malicious deception is a hoax. A person who maliciously deceives.
Well, yeah, I could have made my description better, but this is my first time. I'm learning.
Okay, no, you're doing great. I'm sorry. I shouldn't criticize you.
yeah.
I apologize, Nikki.
No, so that could, but see, I'm learning too because that is how they would have put it in the thing. 14 down. Image indexing protocol. Oh my god. If you guys get this, it'll be amazing. Image indexing protocol.
With the second letter being an H and the
Yes.
fifth letter being a D. O.
Breakdown. Just do the breakdown. Image indexing protocol.
Ooh.
God.
Honestly, don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I get it. I give up.
Nope. Nobody.
Somebody will get it. Chat.
Image
Chat's
indexing.
brilliant.
Okay. We'll move on.
Mm.
We're gonna go. We'll go give you another one here. 19 across. Frame 352. Frame
352.
Oh, Pine Island almost got the last question. Almost.
Photoshop.
Nope.
All
Be
right.
more simple. It's more simple.
I quit.
Don't feel bad. That I don't know. Either.
Yes.
Photo
Lester
something.
got it.
Photocrop.
Lester and Jen. But I mostly found that they used the Y. So
What?
I used a oops.
Oh wait, we're on. Okay, we're talking about two different Ones.
Hold on.
And I see like cleavage, boobies. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Did I miss something?
Patty. Patty was frame 352. Her famous turnaround shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So see, now you have a P at the bottom of that long one. I can't give you that one. So we'll have to move on. And I'm on the wrong thing. Let's do this great big long one. 6
What,
down.
Oh, geez, man, my phone's about.
Okay, are you listening, Sean? This is for you. Never deviate.
Where are we at?
Never deviate. This big long one. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh
5,
God.
7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Maybe I should make them shorter.
Hey, so my phone's down to 2%.
From
Angel
the
got it.
I think
okay.
a Bigfoot is
From the
like
back.
goofing. So if I disappear, I'm sorry. I went through a
Okay.
portal.
Oh, Thomas Steenberg. Yeah.
Yes. Oops. I'm trying to do stuff on 2 different. Okay, so this one is
I'm not
who
good
got
at
Thomas Steamer? Who got it?
Ugh. Mm.
And I forgot her name. Angel. Oh, Life. Oh yeah, Angel got photograph from the one previous. The image indexing protocol is a photograph.
Oh my God.
That's good.
11 down. Nordak.
I thought you said they were easy.
Well, I thought they were too easy.
They are not.
No, that's up in Canada, isn't it?
Yes. Who's associated with Nordak?
Something to do with freaking. Dude, now
Justin Bieber is Canadian.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with Justin Bieber?
Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Thank you so much for coming on. We were in deep thought, and then I decided to do this fun thing with the group.
Todd
So I'll
Standing.
definitely get in touch with you, Mr. Kelly, about coming on and just talking about hoaxes or whatever you'd like to talk about. We'll create a show about it. And you can tell us what you've been up to lately as well. So
Todd Standing.
I'm Nikki Cologne, and I will get to you this week sometime. Thank you, sir.
That's that's gonna be a great show. That's awesome. He's willing to come on and talk about things.
Hey man, he responded pretty quick there. And
that's great because they'll
that's
have a
always
lot of
good
great
time.
people in chat tonight that know him personally, and that's networking for you.
Yep.
That's
There you
what
go.
we're doing. Todd Standing. So who got it first? Was it
Me. I did. I got it first.
Okay.
I got it first.
Here's a good one. Savvy Hoarder. Oh God, I don't even know the answer to this. What was it?
Did you say savvy? Savvy hoarder.
Hoarder?
Hoarder.
Hoarder. In
like the
savvy
TV show.
Hoarder. Oh, I gotta go back over here.
God dang it. Come on, chat. You guys are brilliant. Collector.
No.
Awesome, Rod. Thanks for
A
hitting that up.
savvy. Well, put all that together. What is a savvy hoarder in our realm, in our Bigfoot world?
Come on, chat.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain, I'm doing, the beach ball thing when you try and do something on your computer, the spinny thing. That's what my brain does every freaking question that's asked on this.
Yeah, I know the hamster in my brain is just like, nah, I'm not running on this.
Yeah, man. I'm like, anymore. Dude, I
Donald said he said it first.
Yeah, I'm always playing chess. I'm always like
Oh,
three
Texas
or four
Jack,
moves.
you are the winner.
What?
Investigator.
Ah, that's too clever. But somebody figured it out.
If somebody figured it out. So see,
Oh, you guys are
I wasn't as
amazing.
hard as I thought.
No, it was hard. It was hard.
Savvy.
That was hard, but somebody freaking figured it out.
Next one. Oh God, I can't even say this. Hystricidae. Hystricidae. I put this on here and I can't say it.
I've never even heard of that
Hystricidae.
word.
What
I've
is
never heard of that word.
Yeah.
How
a
are you saying
hysteria?
this is easy?
Somebody's got to go and Google this one. I wonder if I can copy and paste. I can't copy and paste from this side.
I swear, I feel like I'm being set up. Is this a trap?
Oh, Joe got it right away. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Porcupine.
Joe.
Well done.
Prize. Joe
Well
wins.
done.
Joe wins a prize.
Dang, Joe, that was fast.
Dude, I'm blown away by this.
Yeah, thanks for making me feel so stupid, guys.
Oh, dude, hey,
Just kidding.
you just have to admit it out of the gate. Like, I've
Why
never
am
done
I
a
not
crossword
looking at my
puzzle.
chat? I am looking at my chat.
Here I am, like all arrogant, like I'm gonna own this crossword puzzle, and here I got like what, 2?
Yeah, I got drone right. So there's some credibility.
The next
in
one
there.
here, this big old long one. Copper State Cryptid. Copper State Cryptid.
God, Jesus Christ.
Now people are running to their Google. Copper State. Copper State.
That's a long one too.
It is a long one.
A lot of letters there.
Yep. Makes up a big word that I don't really know right now.
Whoa, I almost lost it all. Copper State Cryptid.
What's the Copper State? Is there
kangaroo?
Yep.
Kangaroo.
Texas Pine Island got it first. Right before Texas Jack. They both popped up at the same time.
Oh, of course, that one. Yes.
Mogollon Monster.
Yep. That makes sense. Yep. My brain was out west, but I don't know anything about I don't know anything about Mogollon Monster.
Mogollon.
Or Mogollon.
Oh my God, my dog is attacking the door.
Mongolian beef.
Stop saying it. There's no N in there.
Yeah.
Mucus. This is an easy one. Mucus.
Mucus.
6-letter word. Mucus.
Saliva. No.
Nope. Oh, my chat's running far behind. That's why they're getting frustrated. Sorry.
Oh, somebody got it. Booger.
Yep.
Texas Jack. Got it.
Well done, sir.
Booger.
I'm not a cheater, man. I'm just goofing around, Donald. I just said Texas Jack got it.
Okay, here's a hard one. 9 down is apotropic tradition. Apotropic tradition.
Apotropic.
Apotropic tradition.
Apotropic. What the hell does that mean?
Somebody's gonna get it. Watch.
What?
I sure hope so. Can't help you guys on this one.
Apotropic tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
You know, there's like 2 in here. I can't remember the answers myself.
Come on, chat. No, it's not. It's
long.
Like,
it's 1,
9
2,
9
3,
letters.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Apotropaic? Is it Atropaic tradition. I could be saying that wrong.
You could. I've never heard that word.
Yeah.
Apotropic.
That's why I
That's
I
an
chose that.
interesting word. Very interesting word, actually.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one.
It sounds like you're putting on like a sunscreen or something.
No,
I don't know.
It's more than that.
In search of. 10 down. In search of.
In search of. That was a television show, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Like
Leonard
from
Nimoy?
back in the
Oh, you got it,
day.
Pat. Leonard.
Aha, take
Nimoy.
that, Donald.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Aha.
Global effect. Global effect.
There's a
With
T.
the fourth letter being a T, huh? Global effect.
Yep.
Hmm.
Did I spell Nimoy wrong?
Global effect.
Oops. Dang it. This is sensitive.
I'm gonna try and cheat off chat, guys. Let's see what they got.
Global effect. What is a global effect?
Shitstorm.
I like it.
Oh, jeez.
It
Oh,
might
God.
match. It might match.
Come on, man. I know somebody will think of this. Just
Earth-wide, people-wide warming. Nope. Nope and nope.
good guess, Joe, though. Somebody will get this global effect. I don't know. You know what? We might need some more letters. I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
Okay, let me give you this one across. That way you can have more. 22 across. Accept as the truth.
God, we might need a letter for this too. We're kind of in a pickle here.
Huh.
It's Pat's worst word. Oh, I'm not on the right thing to see the chat. Yes, they got it.
It's my worst
Joe
word.
got it first. Joe
What?
got it first.
What?
Believe.
Ah, you're right. I hate that word. In the
Yes, Joe. I believe that you believe you got this right.
God, you guys are so smart. See what we could do if we put our resources together.
Mm-hmm.
We would have a lot of intelligent movement. Let's say, stop the narrative. Let's actually have intelligent movement.
That's where we're heading.
I think so.
That's where the party's going.
And we're
Ooh,
proving
we're gonna
it.
finish this just in time so we can get over to the other shows. Ecosystem. 24 across. Ecosystem.
And the word or the letter is. Oh, there's no letters to help.
Nope. Six-letter word for ecosystem.
Somebody will get that real quick.
Oh, I'm not over there. Shit.
I defer to chat. 6-letter word for ecosystem.
Yep. Rod got it. Forest.
I knew it.
You the man. Gosh, man.
I know, man.
20 down.
Good thing
Are
we
you
didn't
ready
put
for
money
this
on this
one?
one.
It's probably going to be fast. There he goes.
Ooh,
Freeman.
sounds
got
familiar.
Yeah. I'll give that one to you. Freeman. Okay, so we're going to go back to global effect. Now you have a T, an I, and a T in it. Global effect.
Well, my shitstorm is out now. That doesn't work.
Okay, we only have a couple left. I'm going to go back to a different one. What do you guys think of that one?
Yeah, I'm not much help for you guys.
Systematic inquiry. Systematic inquiry.
With the third letter being S.
Yes.
Third letter.
Systematic inquiry. What is a systematic? No. Pine Island, Jeff. That's not
systematic inquiry.
Research. See, got it.
JC for the win.
Wow, man. I'm blown away.
Next one.
This is so encouraging.
Soha. Soha.
Magic.
We all believe in Pat. Gary said that.
Soha. And
Soha.
It's written in all caps. So some kind of acronym.
Yeah, Rod got it.
I'm thinking aloud.
Rod got it.
South
got it.
Oregon habituation area. Maybe?
Dr. Johnson.
I don't get
If
that.
you guys are looking for a Bigfoot cult, that's one that you can join right there. They give you.
I guess that's the acronym for his thing. All right. I didn't.
Miraculous healing. They'll give you
2 left. We have 2
Bigfoots and all that
left.
stuff.
The global effect.
All right. We can get this.
And the atropic tradition. Atropic.
Are you sure it's not a sunscreen?
I should have learned that.
Crap.
Is it your phone call for an answer?
Yeah, it's my. Yeah.
So I'll give you. I guess I'll give you guys another hint on this tradition. We love to call it evidence.
Life of the Flatways is folklore.
Oh wait, no, not that one. Well, yeah, I guess it works for that one too. Oh, what happened? Oh, he had to go take a phone call. Shoot, and this is one that he could have gotten.
He just disappeared. Got sucked into a portal.
So, and I took this right off of Wiki too, so should be there. What do we do? What do researchers do out in the forest? Traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for oh shit, I'm in the wrong place again. Rod, for global effect, in your answer you just said, look at this, and it's foot. Global effect. Foot what? We leave our foot. Wood knocks. Yes. They got it. Lockbeard got it right before
Well
Jen.
done, man. Good job.
Heck, yeah. I didn't even have to give. It's wood. And then the last one. Did Rod get it? Footprint.
I think we're still working on it. Yep, we got it.
JC got it. Hey, yay.
Good job,
you guys
everybody.
are
First one
smart.
down in the books. Yes.
Dang.
Well done, guys.
What do you guys think? Was that stupid or was it fun?
I had
Or
fun with it. I
not to
think the
do all
chat
the
had fun.
time, you know, just as an occasional something, something
Like a
fun.
once a
Like,
month
because
even.
usually I
Yeah.
have a normal show, you know, this was something special. I called it a fun day, and that's what I intended it to be.
No, it
Bye,
worked. It
Joe. Thanks
was
for
fun.
coming. I know I'm gonna go watch you, so I'm gonna be ending stuff. Brent, thank you for coming, and Sharon
Okay.
and
Thanks for
Karen
doing it.
and Texas Jack JC. Okay. You guys, thanks for being here and having some fun with me tonight. And we'll see what we have in store for next week.
It's
So
gonna be fun.
please, everybody, thanks again from the bottom of my heart.